I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad. Okay, so I recorded Tower of Latria 3-1. So I've gotten a lot of requests asking me to do 3-1 and 5-1, and so I'm gonna be doing 3-1 first, but I actually did 3-1 with the LP character that I was going through the game with. So I'm just gonna oh god, I didn't have the right mic selected on the Elgato software. I had everything turned on, like I had all my mics turned on, my mic wasn't muted, but like I had the wrong mic selected. So I have to do, but I'm just gonna do it as this. This is the second time I've done this, and I'm really embarrassed. And that LP was horrible. Like, that footage was horrible. I was just being really dumb the whole time. This Tower of Latria 3-1 is really easy. I'm going to say that now. Tower of Latria is very easy. It's very big and it's easy to get lost, but I was being a dummy and I got killed because I decided it was going to be a good idea to try to melee that big blob of dredgelings that you see on the first floor, and it is not a good idea to try to do that. That enemy stun locks you, and I was trying to like show you guys what the attack looked like, but it was I just I'm so sorry. So you won't be seeing footage of, I actually have the meat cleaver and the dragon bone smasher and the lava spider bow, and so there was like a lot of really neat stuff. I actually got invaded in that one, and I won. I was like against a meat cleaver user, and I had the dragon bone smasher. So I may upload just that PvP clip so you can see how PvP works, because I know some of you guys were curious about that. So I'll like edit the video and just upload that. It'll be like literally like a 1-minute video because it was really short. It didn't last that long. But it wasn't that fair of a fight because he invaded me at the beginning of Latria 3-2. I'm not actually going to play through 3-2. I just wanted to show you guys like the Gargoyle cinematic. But he invaded me during 3-2, and 3-2 is really weird because all it is platforms that's suspended in the air. So it's really hard to PvP in that area. Hold on, let me deal with this guy first before I continue talking, or else I'm gonna die again. But it was funny too because at the beginning of the last footage I was bragging about how I haven't died at all yet recording this LP, like at all. Like I haven't died. And I died several times in 3-1 just because I was dicking around. But yeah, it's really, once again, going to assure you guys, this area is not hard. Don't worry if you're watching this, don't worry if you've never played it, or if like you're nervous, or if you are stuck in 3-1, or if you want to see how somebody handles 3-1, don't worry, it's very easy. The Mind Flayers are kind of intimidating at first because they have a lot of armor on their attacks, and they also, what's it called, like you can't hit them out of it, that's hyper armor, like you can't do that. But when you know, pretty much there's only a couple of attack animations in which they have it, and it's when they ring the bell and they're about to do that big shockwave attack that you guys saw, you can't hit him out of that. And I believe you can also hit him out of the stun. He shoots like a little fuzzy ball of electricity and you get stun locked, and then he like, or not stun locked, you get stunned, like paralyzed, and then he picks you up. You don't want to try to hit him out of that either because I don't know, this level's just very narrow, and you can't roll around it really. There's not a whole lot of rolling or maneuverability in this stage. It's very much like you have to run through it. Oh, also, so in my other footage too, because I recently moved back in with my parents to make college more affordable because I've been like trying to get through school, and back when I wasn't doing any videos, I'm sure you guys kind of remembered that, or can recall when I was like, oh god guys, I can't do videos, I'm in school, or like I'm really busy, I'm working full-time. I was like working full-time and going to school, and it didn't really give me time to just like do things that I enjoyed. Like I didn't have a life at all. So I'm really glad that like my mom has been really cool and has let me come back, because a lot of parents don't do that. My mom was like, my mom is like my mom and my dad. She's pretty rad. She's like raised me and done all that stuff. But so she pretty much is Mama Isolith. Like she don't need she don't need no man, I guess. But like she kept coming in to the room. Like she's so sweet and like good to me, but like she kept coming into the room and asking me if I wanted to go see a movie, and then asked me if like what I wanted to eat, and it was just being very like a mom. Oh, I forgot these guys have little daggers already. I didn't. But she was coming in and checking on me while I was recording, and so that would have also been embarrassing in addition to like everything else that happened. So I'm kind of glad that I messed up my mic, because yeah, then I wouldn't have to deal with uploading horrible footage for you guys. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Jeez. But I should take this time, oops. I should take this time to talk about the, what's it called? What are you doing? Uh-oh. Yeah, see, like there I couldn't hit him out of that. But he does have bleed damage now. But, in addition to, shoot, what was it? In addition to everything else that happened, I also talked about the lore of this area. I talked a little bit about it in one of my other videos, but I wanted to talk about it more with you guys. Oh, do I not have lotuses? Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that I have multiple characters around the same level. It's really good that I do, because then that way I can make, I can fix my mistakes. Like, in case I forget to turn my mic on or something. I really need to get Audacity or something like that, but it's kind of handy because that footage was so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a hole there. Don't want to run down there. But, so I want to talk about the lore a little bit, because that's sort of my dealie. The lore of this area is that, and this is actually, this and Valley of Defilement are some of my favorite lore areas, but this area, once upon a time there was a queen, and she was loved by all of her subjects, and her husband got really jealous. And it's not really elaborated what happened. He could have just like been violent, or he could have tried to commit acts of treason or something, but she exiled him because of some of the complications they had. And when he was exiled, he kind of like vowed that he was going to return with an army of people and take back the kingdom and rule it. But at the same time, when we see him in Dark Souls, and he leaves King Jeremiah, so that's like his name, he's the king. He leaves to go find an army, and while he's searching for this army, he finds this mysterious cloth. This cloth is sort of like this cloth that's possessed by a demon. It's like a monk's robe, and the demon sort of like promises power, blah 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 blah, so the cloth possesses him. I mean, he wasn't really a good guy to begin with, so I'm just gonna keep getting hit by that. I don't think I'm gonna learn. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so the cloth possesses him, and he goes back to Latria. He takes the tower, but I believe at the same time, okay, so there's two things that could have happened. He could have attempted to rule over everybody, and it failed, or he knew that he was going to be hated by the subjects no matter what. So I think that that's more likely. I think that makes way more sense. But that being said, he created a fake like doll of his wife and uses magic to keep it alive and to sort of like impersonate her. And so it fooled all of her subjects. And most of these dredgelings are her subjects. There's also members of the royal family, specifically her family, that he also captured. And most of Latria is just a giant prison because he captured a lot of people, and he is experimenting on them with magic and is doing a lot of really not so great things. So it seemed to be sort of a way for the demon cloth to become more powerful, or I don't know what it was. I don't know exactly what his intentions were, but he did get what he wanted. And another interesting thing about Latria is that no matter where you are, if you put down your co-op sign or your invasion sign or like a PvP sign, there's like 3 different stones in this game. There's only 3 different types of co-op. There is just like, yeah, oh wait, hold on. This is Sage Freke. We'll come back to him later, but his thingy is locked. We'll get the key. It's at the very end of the stage. But yeah, so in order... Wait, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, so when you put down your co-op signs and stuff, or your multiplayer signs, stones, signs, whatever, there's a chance that you can either invade somebody's game or that you can, what's it called? Or that you'll get summoned as the boss for the final area of Tower of Latria. So that's 3-3. And it doesn't matter where you put it down. You can put it down in 3-1, you can put it down in 3-2, but you will... There is a chance, there is a small chance that you will get summoned as a phantom. I think Red Isle is over here. He's another NPC. Or there's a chance that you'll get summoned either as a phantom or as the final boss, no matter what area you're in. I need to get rid of these chairs. I feel so bad because I wanted to show off Dragon Bone Smasher. I'll see if I can edit the video and like put a video of me PvPing at the end. Although once again it wasn't that great of a PvP thing. A lot of people like to PvP in Area 4-1, which you guys saw, because in the very beginning... Oh wait, this is Rydell. Hold on. Let's talk to him really quick. Sorry, I have too many thoughts going on at one time. Talk to me, Rydell. Here we go.
You are a my name is I have precious little.
Okay, sorry if I'm a little bit scatterbrained. There's just so much stuff that happens in Latria that it's really difficult to explain it all in one video. But Rydell, we actually can't free him until we get to Area 3-2, because Area 3-2 has his key, and you need pure White World Tendency to get that key. I don't know if Black World Tendency can work. Correct me if I'm wrong in the thing, or tell me if you can. I think it's just pure white. So this is the thing I died to. I was trying to show you guys that it can like stun lock, but it stun locked me so long that it actually killed me. It literally just sucks you straight in. Like the animation just rips you to shreds. So it does this thing where it likes to flail when you get close to it, but then it also has a projectile magic, so if you're going to go run around and get treasures that are in this area, he can actually shoot you while you're in the cells. So what you want to do is you want to kill it first using projectiles. Oh my god, I cannot stress that enough. Do not use melee against that thing. Yeah, I'm not even going to touch it because I don't have a projectile on this character, and I'm just not... I don't care. I don't care about it anymore. This isn't the boss, by the way. I remember the first time I played, I thought this was the boss. But, nope. Nope. So you pretty much, you don't want to even go out there. You just want to grab this. There's a key. And that gets us into the area that leads us to the boss room. And there's a couple of things. I'm going to be doing a little bit of backtracking because I want to unleash Sage Freke. But that requires me to go from one end of the level to the other. And then there's also more prison cells. There's another door sort of back where I just was, but we can't even do that unless we have White World Tendency. And we get that key for Red Isle and everything. So I'm not going to worry about that. I've decided I'm going to do a series of bonus videos after I'm done actually playing through the game, where I do some of the extra content that requires White World or pure Black World Tendency. Also, I'll do a couple of bonus videos sorry, that was my phone. I'll do a couple of bonus videos that have like primeval demons. I'll show you guys the maze in Stonefang, although like Franz said, there's really not too many great items in Stonefang. It's still really interesting. I like going through the maze. It's really fun. Especially with like co-oping, just because I like aimlessly wandering with people. This may sound weird, but if there was just like, if there was a mode in Demon's Souls or Dark Souls co-op where you could just like go and kill an endless stream of or horde of enemies, I would totally be down for that. That would be really fun. But I really like doing Stonefang with other people. It's a good time. Especially if somebody invades you too. Because then you're just lost in the maze and like you guys are all trying to find each other. It's really fun. What was I saying though? There's more stuff I wanted to talk about. Old Monk, I talked about that. I talked about the PvP system. The PvP footage is really sad because we were fighting on, okay, so you can actually see 4-2 from here. That's kind of the cool thing about this game is whenever you're in like an area, you can usually see like the next area off in the distance. But 4-2 is like, is suspended up in the air by chains. And it's literally those towers up there. You can see more a little bit further on, but those chains are like, they look like lines just in the sky, but they're giant chains. Will we actually get up there? Oh, and so going back to what I was saying about the lore and everything, there's the Fool's Idol, which was created by the king, and the king really... The king, I mean, obviously he couldn't watch over it himself because he was, like, doing other stuff. So he has a dredgeling who's actually... Why do I keep getting messages? Oh my gosh. He has a dredgeling that actually manages the Fool's Idol without him. And you meet the dredgeling and you actually have to kill him, or else if you don't kill him and you go straight into the boss room and fight the boss, you can actually... the boss is like immortal and you'll be stuck in this like never-ending boss fight. You can actually leave the fog though, which is very atypical because you can normally not leave the fog, or like the boss room fog in most boss fights, but you can in the Fool's Idol boss fight. And the Fool's Idol boss fight is pretty much exactly like is Pinwheel in Dark Souls, but I find that Pinwheel is a little bit easier than the Fool's Idol because Pinwheel has, or doesn't have, like, the Fool's Idol has these floor traps that can actually stun you, and then she can hit you with her projectiles, whereas Pinwheel just kind of floats around and looks like a goon. You just zap him and it's really fast. Fool's Idol is also very, very, very fast. You can kill her very, very quickly. This boss fight may take a little bit longer than my other footage because, with my other footage, I was using the Dragon Bone Smasher. I'll be using the Meat Cleaver soon, but I was using the Dragon Bone Smasher, and blah blah blah. I killed her in like 3 hits, but yeah. This might take a little bit longer with the equipment that I have, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Actually, let's see what I have equipped. Okay, I have like regen stuff on, so that's not too bad. This isn't a really good regen build, but it'll give me the little bit of edge I need for my healing items and stuff. So this guy.
What do you want? I am I won't cause you trouble.
I actually, since I'm like the nice person that I am, didn't kill him my first playthrough because he said that he won't interfere and I trusted him. But you want to kill him. Also, the key that I just picked up here is for Sage Freke, so instead of fighting the boss right away, I am going to run back and get Sage Freke really quick. Since this video is fairly short, it's much shorter than my last one. Hopefully my mom won't walk in before this is over. She's been coming in a lot to talk to me today. I think she misses me because she was traveling and stuff. We've had quite an interesting relationship and interesting, well, both of us have had interesting lives, I think. I talked a little bit about it on Tumblr with some of you guys. I'm sure you guys read it. But she's retired now, and now she's able to sort of like take care of me because she used to not be able to. Because I have like my mom has 6 children. Like, not all of them are hers. Like, some of them are my stepfamily, and then like I have half siblings, but like, she like had to take care of all of us, and I'm not gonna fight the Black Phantom yet. She had to take care of all of us, and so it was really difficult for all of us to go to school and like for her to take care of all of us and stuff. So I'm really grateful that now that she's retired, she's able to help me with school and stuff. Because working 40 hours and going to school is really, really, really hard. So let's just sneak past this fellow. I always forget what floor Freke is on, so this may take me a little bit. I think, I think he's here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. So Freke is important. You definitely want to, especially if you're a magic or mage person, you want to unlock him.
Magnificent. My name is Freke. I thought my magic would have been, but I can still move. I thank.
Okay, so we saved Sage Freke. And now we just need to go back downstairs, and we're gonna fight the boss now. We can't remember we can't save Rydell until a little bit later. Oh, also, since I killed that Black Phantom in my other character, I can show you guys what character tendency looks like now that it's changed. Although it shouldn't have changed substantially because killing one Black Phantom won't do a whole heck of a lot. You need like a couple. Man, I'm excited. I got Dragon's Crown. I got a lot of questions asking me how I felt about the art and like the presentation of it, and I definitely think that it can be a little bit alienating for women, but I like also love the artist in general. Like I like a lot of the colors he uses, and I like some of the over-exaggerated characters. I mean, like, the man is over-exaggerated too, but in a different... He's not sexualized the way that the women are, but I don't think that sexy women are bad, but I think that since there's, like, majority of the women are sexy, it can kind of, like, deter female audiences from wanting to play, which kind of sucks, because the game is really, really, really good, and I love, like, Odin Sphere and Muramasa and stuff, and I definitely suggest, checking that game out if you haven't already. Oof, I always forget, I think this person's using the baby's nail, which is not good because baby's nail causes plague, although it could be. It looks like she's using it. Although she has bleed damage on her right now and I'm not plagued yet, so it's not that bad. I could just wait for her to bleed out, but I'm not even gonna roll too much, I don't really care. Cool. Oh. I don't know what this is. I wish I would tell you. It's not a stone because it's not the icon for stone. It looks like the icon for like a healing item. Let's just... Well, it doesn't really matter on this character since this isn't the main character I've been playing through the game with. So it doesn't matter. My mom is home. Sorry if you guys can hear that. My family's talking really loud. Okay, so you want to kill these little guys because they're really annoying and they'll just get in your way. So there are these weird floor traps that she puts up. I probably won't be doing much damage to her, but that's okay. She's really easy. Easiest boss fight. She's a little bit more deceptive than Pinwheel is. Ooh, there's the floor traps. So you don't want to step on those. Those will just stun you. You can't see them after a while. Like, they just disappear. So you gotta pay attention to the environment a little bit more than you would in normal boss fights. Yeah, I'm not doing much damage to her at all, but that's okay. That makes the boss fight more interesting. You guys get to see more stuff, more of this boss fight. The boss fight for the other footage that I had literally lasted 2 seconds. But okay, so ways you can tell that which ones are the fakes and which ones are real. The fakes have their own health bars, and I believe that there's also some order in which they spawn that also indicates who's the real one and who isn't. I believe it's like the first one who spawns is the real one. I could be completely wrong about the spawning thing though. That could be like another game that I'm thinking of entirely. That could be like Zelda or some shit. Oh. So that's what the floor trap looks like. So let's... I really like her design a lot, I want more female bosses. Like, there are a lot of male, I mean, in Demon Souls, I feel like there's a good even amount of like distinguishable genders in terms of like NPCs and bosses. But I feel like in Dark Souls, there was only Izalith, but she was just like a tree at that point. Okay, so as you can see, one has a health bar, one doesn't. Although I believe there's just a floor trap somewhere. Oh, maybe not. There's probably a floor trap over there, though. Probably gonna step on one. But I really like some of the designs of like the females. They're really gorgeous. Oh, also, what type of magic they shoot at you, I think, is also an indicator, maybe? Because that other one just shot regular soul arrow, whereas she normally shoots like a modified version, although that could be based on distance. Oh, she spawned right next to me. That's good. I also really like the yellows and stuff in Latria, like the colors, like that mustard, like the monk cloth yellow. It's like a common color that you'll see in this stage. Yellow and green, I feel like. Oops, this is the wrong one. No. Where are you? She's probably that one up there, because she's shooting big magic at me. Yeah, so it looks like she does use a different spell than the other ones. Yay! So we killed her. Oh no! Okay, that's the baby's nail. It doesn't matter for this character. Baby's nails are a really good item. Because it causes plague damage. It's just a dagger. But yeah, I'm going to show off this cinematic so that way people who haven't seen it get to see. Because it is very similar to Dark Souls. I really like the gargoyles design in this game because they look like they're made out of like tree bark or something. It's really pretty. All the lines and stuff. Okay, well they pretty much just drop you off and fly away, but I want to hit this before I get invaded again. So yeah. That's pretty much the end of that, and then I'll do 5-1 next because that was also requested. But I'll do it on the right character this time. Actually, hold on, let me switch out to... since we're only at like 20 minutes at this point, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the meat cleaver and some other things. The Dragon Bone Smasher is a pretty good weapon. That's the one that I was using on this character, although it's a pure physical weapon, whereas the meat cleaver has physical and magic attack, which is really good against certain builds, because not a whole lot of builds have magic defense. I believe Faith gives you magic defense though, but it also has, it scales S with both strength and dexterity, whereas this only scales B with strength. But if you're just like a pure strength build, if you don't want to put any points in Faith and want to just min-max up until 120, I've done it before and I really enjoy the Dragon Bone Smasher's aesthetic. It didn't really make too much of a difference for me, although the meat cleaver does have like a pretty significant difference in output if you're doing like higher levels and stuff. And if you want like second chance, because second chance requires a Faith stat as well. So I mean, like, going meat cleaver is like way more common than Dragon Bone Smasher, but I really like, I don't know, I like the aesthetic of Dragon Bone Smasher. But then I also have Lava Bow. I'm not going to be able to use meat cleaver just yet, so I won't be able to show it off, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's just a giant butcher's knife. It's really neat. It's made with the Adjudicator's soul, and you can actually just get a club, and you don't have to upgrade the club at all. It could be a club 0, and then you could automatically just slap the Adjudicator's soul on it, and it becomes the meat cleaver. And there's tons of places to get clubs. You could actually buy a club from the Dredgling Merchant in Latria, and it's like the starting weapon for the Barbarian, and then you can, what's it called? Also get it from Stonefang, where you meet Patches. So yeah, this is the spider bow. It has like little spider legs for the bow part, not the stringy part. It does fire damage and it stuns enemies. It's really good if you don't want to put a bunch of stats into dexterity. It does require 16 in dex, but a lot of other bows like the compound longbow require way more. So if you want a fairly strong bow for PvE, I definitely suggest this. I wouldn't suggest bows for PvP though, because I've only met one person who was able to use a bow effectively in PvP. I haven't really met too many people. A lot of people who do use bows in PvE or PvP like to use it in their left hand. I forget, it has a really strange, hold on, let me see if I can, it has a really, like, the button layout for using it in your left hand is really strange, but I forget the reason why people use it in their left hand. If any of you guys know the reason why, let me know. I think it's because, I actually don't know. Oh, I think it's because you can use it with, I don't know. I don't remember. If any of you guys know why, I forget the reason why people like to use it in their left hand. Or their off hand, rather. But, the one person who I fought and, like, lost to who used the bow really effectively was using a sticky long compound bow. And they were using it in their left hand. And it's really good, but it's really difficult to hit your opponent because the animation for it is fairly slow. I don't think that they were using, like, aiming, like, I don't think they were aiming with it. I think they were just kind of shooting it willy-nilly, because the aiming can, like, set you up for a backstab, and it's not very fun. I really wanted to try to learn how to use bows properly, but I never got around to doing it. I actually stopped playing around that time, because I have a lot of respect for bow users. I really want bows to come back and sort of be like I talked about it before. Somebody else in the comments also said that they really like Dragon's Dogma bows, and I definitely agree. The bows in Dragon's Dogma are really fun. There's a lot more mobility with aiming, and the way that the camera is set up in third person looks way nicer than it does in this one. So I think that's all of the weapons that I have to show off. Oh, well, here's the baby's nail. So this does plague damage. It's a really good weapon, especially in your offhand. I really like the baby's nail. It's really good for low level PvP, so if you want to, like, go invade in Stonefang, just slap on the baby's nail and invade, like, soul level 20 people and just hit them once and then they'll die. Or, like, backstab them once and then they'll die. So it's a really effective weapon. I definitely suggest it. I suggest always having it just in case, because it doesn't require any ridiculous stats. It requires 7 in strength and that's it. And plague damage is really strong in this game, oh my gosh. And the healing items to get rid of plague damage are really expensive and very rare. and a lot of people like to save them for the rats in Valley of Defilement. So yeah, I definitely suggest those. And I'll probably slap on that really horrible, miserable PvP right after this. Let me... Where's the maiden? Where did the maiden go? I always lose her. Oh, she's over here. She's so tiny.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel.
So, I'm not gonna create a PvP build. I'm just gonna create sort of like a PvE build to show you guys the weapons and show you guys how I do Valley of Defilement really fast and stuff. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching again, and sorry about all the complications that have been going on. Sorry, I've been really sloppy. You guys are great, and thank you for commenting. Also, I wanted to apologize if I come off really sassy in some of the comments. If I am being really sassy to you and like sort of talking to you or being condescending or am like doing whatever, it means that like I actually acknowledge you and like that I think that you're making a good point. And I want sort of like your input to be seen, but at the same time, like if I legitimately was angry or upset at any of you, I would just ignore your comment. But if I respond to you, that means that I already know that thing and I'm just being like really, I'm a very sarcastic person. And I don't mean any offense by it. Like usually the people that I respond to with a lot of sarcasm, I actually really like their presence. And I'm not trying to be mean. That's just my personality. So sorry if that kind of like startles people. I know a lot of people aren't used to YouTube content makers actually responding to comments, but I want you guys to feel really involved in a lot of the stuff that I do. So like that's why I respond. And I'm sorry if I scare any of you. Don't let that stop you from like telling me that I'm doing something wrong or telling me that I should be playing a certain way or saying, like, speaking your mind. I would much rather prefer that and have like a sassy exchange with you than have you feel like, that I don't want you there, because that's not the case at all. That's just how I am. For those of you who watch my live streams, you guys have definitely seen that side of me. I'm especially with the people that I stream with too, I'm kind of mean with them. Like we kind of just like beat each other up verbally. So that's kind of just my personality, and I think that startles a lot of people because they think that I come off as very passive or quiet or like helpful and nice, which I am to an extent, but I mean, I'm very mean sometimes. So sorry about that. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.